Did you get the important memo? What is the memo, you ask? Women can't be sexy anymore. It's not allowed. Women have to be men, basically. All women should look like bull dykes, should look like masculine lesbians. Why is this? Well, because of the societally owning extreme leftist, feminazi, feminist, toxic femininity narrative that now owns the West, the matriarchy that runs us. Because of that, we have to step back one level from women have to look like bull dykes. And you can see an example of this in the Captain Marvel movies where you have an ostensibly attractive, okay, brainwashed, low IQ feminist. What's her name? Can't remember her name. Brie Larson. She's reasonably attractive. They make her look like a bull dyke with short hair in the Captain Marvel movie. Why? Well, why would that be? Well, what does feminism want? One of the things feminism wants is to, quote unquote, stop objectifying women. Well, what is the definition of objectifying women? That is men looking at women and getting pleasure from it. That is women being attractive sexually to men. That is now forbidden. Any pleasure for men is forbidden under the regime of feminism that we're now living under. So, of course, you can no longer have attractive women. The London Underground bans an ad of a woman in a bikini saying, "Are you bikini body ready?" Because God forbid that women aspire to being attractive, being healthy, being fit, being athletic. That would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? So if you extrapolate these points back to the extremist ideology, the hate-based ideology of feminism, all of the ideologies on the far left are hate-based. They are basically Nazi ideologies. Feminism is a Nazi ideology. Just instead of targeting the Jews, they're targeting the white man. But as we know, feminism is a hate Nazi-style ideology. All of the far left's objectives are fuck whites, fuck men, fuck straight white men. So what will fuck a straight white man? Removing any joy from him, especially removing the joy of looking at finding women sexually attractive. So women can't be beautiful anymore. You have to be a bull dyke. And this is extremely useful because the left is mostly populated or partially populated by losers. So the far left, this is not the mainstream left. The far left has taken over the mainstream left in many ways. I'm on the mainstream left. In other ways, I'm in the centre, but I'm not calling myself a loser, obviously, because I'm a winner. So the far left has taken over by, there's a lot of losers. SJWs are almost entirely losers. Male feminists are losers because they can't get ahead any other way in life, and this gives them status. So if you're a morbidly obese, blue-haired, bingo-winged, fat, clinically unhealthy female with pink, purple hair, whatever, someone who's never worked out a day in their life, someone who men do not find sexually attractive, it's in your interest to make other women look like shit as well, because then men won't find any of them attractive. So you're at once getting revenge on the men that don't want to fuck you. You're getting revenge on the women who men do want to fuck by making them ugly. And you're equalising the sexual marketplace a bit, so you are more likely to get sex. It evolutionarily makes sense. So just look out for this. Wherever there are feminists, they're trying to fuck things up for men. Whether it's gaming, you can't have any sexy female characters in computer games anymore. They have to have all their bits covered up. I mean, you see this from Stunning and Brave game developer. I forget what her name is. She's on This Week in Tech occasionally. Stunning and Brave. She makes computer games with deliberately desexualized women. They will make the games so the ratios of the woman's body are more up and down, which, for example, random example here, may be more like, say, a trans woman, male to female trans woman. Are they removing or trying to lessen men's attraction towards biological women who have more of an hourglass shape by making women have more of a men's body shape and smaller boobs? You do the math. It certainly looks like that, doesn't it? So the agenda is to desexualize women, to make them unattractive to straight men, And that's at once self-serving, it's revenge, and it's revenge on attractive women, and it's revenge on men. You see this everywhere. Men are not allowed pleasure. In the dictatorship, in the Orwellian nightmare of the far left, and they already have power over us to a large extent. If they ever got absolute power, punishing men would be punishing straight white men would be at the core of what they stood for. As I've speculated before, men, boys, straight white boys from birth, if they hadn't already been persuaded they were actually trans, even if they don't think they are, they would have to say their penance for an hour every morning. They have to wake up, get a nettle, and whack themselves on the back, saying, "I have sinned. I am a white male." As we know, straight white men have done all the evil in the world. They created slavery, propagated slavery. Only black people ended slavery, not true white people ended slavery. All the best inventions in the world came from women of colour. White men have never done anything good. You have to say this for an hour at the beginning of the day. This would be the kind of rewriting of history that you would get if the far left had absolute power. This is why we need to fight back, because this is already happening. Google's already faking search results based along the ideological lines I've just outlined. This isn't an exaggeration. We're already on this road, and we've been on this road for years. This is the boiling the frog approach. You don't really realise it because it's been happening slowly. But Google is already a fake engine. It's not a search engine. They're already socially engineering you and brainwashing you. Anyway, I digress. Yes, women are not allowed to be sexy because women are men. Women are the same as men, a little bit better as men than men, as Douglas Murray correctly points out. So if a woman is feminine and sexy, they can't be feminine and they can't be sexy. So if a woman is feminine and sexy, that necessarily means she's physically weaker than a man and ultimately probably submits to a man. And the man would be the leader, because leadership is a masculine quality, and being the submissive partner in a relationship is a feminine quality. I'm not saying one of those is better than the other. They're both required usually. But feminists are saying one's better. For some reason, feminists want to be men, and they want to reject the feminine. The fuck's that all about? But we need the feminine. Feminine is good. It's just as good as the masculine. We need both of these things. But because feminists are trying to be men, many of whom are lesbians, kind of makes sense. It makes sense that they would want to strip women of their attractiveness, of their femininity. We need to stop this. Do you know what's absolutely fine? Being a sexy woman in sexy clothes, showing off your body. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We shouldn't demonize that. We should celebrate that. A young, healthy woman in a swimsuit, it's something to aspire to. Banning this on the London Underground, that's has many health benefits to society, and it has many self-esteem benefits for the woman or man getting healthy, doing exercise. So we need to stop demonizing sexy women. We need to stop demonizing men who find women sexy. This is all perfectly normal. It's necessary for the species to continue, and it's healthy and positive.
The Deviant Developer Podcast. Tap subscribe in any podcast app to never miss an episode. Please leave a review on iTunes and like on YouTube. It's essential to spread the word. To contact me or make a welcome donation, go to thedeviantdeveloper.com. Your support is greatly appreciated.